LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Brown in for Goran Dragic. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Varejao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Williams at the point.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The Heat leading by 7.
You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Brown, good.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Outside Williams. Thompson, a screen on Brown. The shot by Williams, no good.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
It's Brown with the drive. Takes it from 10. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Brown's got his second basket of the night. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show.
A different look for Miami. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Jefferson's checked in. And it's Brown missing.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
To the inside, Thompson, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
It's Brown with the drive, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And Anderson slams it in.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mozgov. Misses from close range.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Stoudemire, the screen. Brown wide open. He fires. And that does it for the first quarter. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. A different look now for Cleveland.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Green is out there with Brown, and it's Stoudemire in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In third, the Cavaliers.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Williams from outside, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Miami leading by 19 points. It's Brown with the drive. Pass to Bosh. Mozgov with the block. They recover it. And it's Brown missing. Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And another miss by Cleveland.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Williams kicks to Thompson, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Well, a good game tonight for Brown. He's got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
James dishes to Thompson. The pass to Williams. Goes up on the high post, and the jumper is on the mark.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
LeBron left side. And that's not going to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.
Well, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Picked by Mozgov. Irving attacking. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Brown, and that's going to be a travel. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December, taking a look at Cleveland. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Heat sitting in second place.
Well, I think for Cleveland, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Lots of room. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Brown outside.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
1:03 left in the third. Three-pointer. Mozgov grabs the board. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. It's Brown with the drive. Bank shot, no good. And here are the Cavaliers. They've picked up 11 straight. Shumpert, no good. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Brown. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. And the first one at the line is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Anderson. LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Cleveland with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The screen from Thompson. And on the way from Irving. What a play! Simply drains it. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 13. And do not go away as we'll be back. Substitution on the court. Clark, this one just all but in the books.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback at this point, partner.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Brown, he's in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Winslow. Then there's Chris Anderson, and it's Green in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. It's Brown with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Cavaliers
Williams can't connect, and so it's Miami winning this one.
Chris.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production, we saw.
And that'll